Welcome everyone to New York City, and we have found a new brunch spot right in the middle of Midtown. And this is an avocado toast in a place called In Common Good, which is right at the heart of the city. We are at 34th Street and 9th Avenue. Right there is B&H Photo Video Store. And the New Yorker Hotel is right behind this building over here, in the Herald Square is just 2 blocks away. Hudson Yards is only 1 block away, and we end up getting ourselves an avocado toast with egg on top, a soft boiled egg, and a cold brew, served very nicely with this dried orange. Really interesting. I'm so excited to try this out. Look at the huge list that they have here. Beautiful new place. And the ambiance is so welcome everyone. The ambiance of this place is wonderful. I have not heard about this place. It's been open for a few months. And you know what? When sometimes you go on Google Maps and you search up for brunch places, they don't tell you all the listings. Sometimes you gotta zoom in, sometimes you gotta redo the search, and sometimes you still don't bump into new places like this. It takes a while for a place to gain enough reviews to even be listed for something as competitive as brunch, coffee, or avocado toast. So I, for many months, had no idea about this place. Outside is very nondescript, so I'm gonna show you the outside after I finish. Started a little bit early for the pre-show to show you a little bit of avocado toast, because we're going to walk afterwards in this west area of Hell's Kitchen, which actually people usually don't venture through. There's not that much to see, but I think that's the beauty of it. It's exploring New York and the places that people usually don't go to. So I'll show you what I end up getting. I've been reading a book called London's Strangest Tales. So excited to go to London soon. Well, the best part of an avocado toast is this, ladies and gentlemen, with an egg. So sorry for all the vegans out there. You're about to be sorely missing out. But this is the best part of an avocado toast. Oh yeah, there we go. Get all that runniness all around the egg. I love when that happens. Look at that. That's the best part of avocado toast. Especially with the soft boiled egg or poached egg. Hard boiled egg, ooh, that's a weird combination for avocado toast. So this place appears to be Australian owned because they have a few Aussie items on the menu. A lot of Australian cafes popping up in New York City. And let's try it out. So here it is, thick piece of sourdough bread, nicely toasted. They slathered it in some oil, which is very nice. Wow. Really well balanced. That's the key with the avocado toast. You don't want avocado toast being spicy, in my opinion. You want it being buttery. Not really the best combination. Better to use olive oil. And you want it to taste too crunchy to the point where it's painful to even bite into it. That's why balance is key with the avocado toast. It's not a loud breakfast item, but if done right, ooh, this is perfection. So I love how the bread is crunchy enough and either has butter or oil. I can't really quite tell the difference because there's so much avocado on top, and we're not stingy with the avocado. And the actual avocados themselves are very fresh. Wow. No cheese on this one, but it has some either pumpkin seeds on top, and some thinly sliced radish. Radish adds a little bit of cuts through the acid of the lime involved in the avocado toast, and the chili flakes kind of is a neutralizing effect in a good way. I'm really impressed. It's really good. It has a little bit of a spicy kick to it because they put a little bit of red chili, so it has a little bit of kick, but it's really, really good. Hello, Bella. Hello, Joanne. Have you tried Brook Street Bakery for their avocados? I've tried Brook Street Bakery for their meat pies. I didn't like it too much. It was way too overcooked, but I heard great things about their avocado toast, so I'll check it out, Joanne. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Andrea says, 6 more weeks of winter. Uh-oh. Don't get jealous, Ariel. I'll have you a hot dog. Oh no, Joe. How dare you have a hot dog without inviting me? Hello, Ida. So the groundhog says 6 more weeks of winter. Oh no. I love runny egg bread into. That's right, Dwayne. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna try this cold brew, but just let me have one more bite of this avocado toast before I even dig into the cold brew, which is looking very nice. Avocado toast is one of the best inventions ever made, in my opinion. It's amazing. It's great for breakfast. It's hearty without being too greasy or stuffed with like butter, as I mentioned before. It doesn't need too much cheese and things like that. It's just a great, great breakfast item. All right, cold brew. It's okay, not too flavorful, just like pretty light. It's very light, so they use either very light roasted beans. You can tell by the color, it's pretty light in color. Doesn't have too much flavor, unfortunately. Just very, very subtle. So if you like your cold brew super light, I think this is a good bet. It's not bad. I can tell when the cold brew is bad, and that is a very different taste. It's funky, it's weird, it's pretty kind of has sometimes a metallic taste to it. None of that here. Just very, very light, super light. I like my cold brews with a little bit more punch of flavor. So the cold brew is okay. Hey, MTN says healthy oil also. Is it light enough to be instant? No, this is not instant. No, this is not instant coffee. No, this is a real cold brew. Wrong. Great question. I'm going to buy some avocado and radish today, says Catherine, and try to recreate that dish. It's easy to recreate. Thank you. It's easy to recreate. Very easy to recreate. I do avocado toast all the time at home. But I love still going to new places and trying their own spin on it. You know, there's so many bakeries nowadays, great quality sourdough bakeries, that you can have so many different versions of avocado toast here in New York alone. And someone's taking a TikTok video right behind me. The bread that they use here is incredible. Now they have an item on the list called Iced Aussie, which I have no idea what it is. It might be that Australian drink with the cocoa powder. One of my favorite things about New York City, which I sorely missed when I was specifically in Greece and in Italy, is cafes like these. It's having a brunch or a breakfast very casually, or lunch, because they have like a Reuben sandwich here. Not needing to sit down in a restaurant. You know, I love restaurants, but sometimes there's too much pomp and circumstance, for my opinion. I kind of don't want to be served all the time. And that was the issue with places like Italy, usually either you would get a quick coffee at a bar and just sip it quickly, a pastry maybe, or you have to sit down for a restaurant. There was a few places where it was this style, but it was more kind of an import from America rather than it being truly Italian. But that's what I love about these American cafes and also now these Australian cafes, is that they're places where you can just casually grab a nice bite. Nick says, I want to see the Reuben. If I had enough space, I would buy the Reuben as well, but I don't have enough space with this. So right there is the menu. They have ham and cheese croissant. They have a chashuska toast. Ricotta toast as well, which is very common. And they have a few pastry items. Pan au chocolat, they have like either banana bread or pumpkin bread that probably looks like a banana, and a few chocolate chip cookies as well. Joe says sharing is caring. Indeed it is, indeed it is. So feel free to ask me anything about brunch in New York City, brunch or breakfast in New York City. Happy to answer any questions about brunch or breakfast in New York City. They're about the same thing. Brunch is just an excuse to have breakfast later in the day. And probably with more meat. Depends on what restaurant you go to. Hey, Maina, if you're watching for the first time, do let me know. Marina looks devilish. Oh yeah. Do you ever have pancakes? I have them at home, and there's a few great pancake shops in New York City. There is, check out last year, I ended up doing an amazing video at a place called Bubby's in Tribeca. One of the best pancakes you'll have in your life, period. Also tried another place a little bit before last year, which was called Clinton Street Baking Company. There are 2 videos that are available on YouTube. Search Urbanist Clinton Street Baking Company or Urbanist Bubby's or Urbanist Pancakes, and you'll see them. That was another great place, located in Dumbo, in the food court of the Time Out Market, or they have an actual restaurant in Lower East Side. Will you order dessert in Hell's Kitchen? Maybe. I know. Let's see if we bump into dessert in Hell's Kitchen. Seen the Clinton baking one, says Nick. That's awesome. Any proper English breakfast in New York? There is like 2 or 3 places I heard that have English breakfast. I don't think I've ever tried an English breakfast in New York. But there's a few. There's a few places. And Nick says, any places in Williamsburg? I'm there next week. Williamsburg is filled with brunch places. It is a haven for brunch. My top recommendation, it won't be this style. It won't be Australian/American. But go to Juliet. Juliet is a beautiful brunch place. Extremely well decorated. And it's still yet, even though it's French, it still captures that kind of Brooklyn atmosphere. And also very cool people go there, so check out Juliet. And then there's a lot of other places. Cafe Colette, if you want a little bit more American style, Cafe Colette. Which I think is also French influence. Two Hands, which is right by the waterfront. Catherine says, hey, did you get a haircut? I did indeed. Where in New York City has the best cheesecake? Nearby. Junior's Cheesecake. Junior's Cheesecake has the best cheesecakes in New York City. The second best, in my opinion, is Eileen's Special Cheesecakes in Soho. So I only have a few more bites left. Feel free to ask me any breakfast questions before we continue on into Hell's Kitchen. Hey Lorene, nice to see you here. Hello Joe. Pro tip, these brunch places get really full early in the morning. So between 9 and 10 a.m. when people are going to work and they're buying something to eat. Or they get really filled up during lunchtime between 1 p.m. to about 3 p.m. Kathy says your haircut looks great. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. Came in late. Where are you? We're in a place called In Common Good, which is on 39th Street and 9th Avenue. I'll show you the outside soon. Donna says, hello Rosalind, nice to see you here. Never would believe it, but I bought a Publix cheesecake and it was delicious. Ah, Marianne, where's Publix? Never heard of Publix before. Do let me know. Janice says, I can't listen, only watch. Must be very entertaining, Janice. I feel you. Glad you're still sneaking me into work. Ida says, your haircut, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much. I know, that means a lot. It was a bittersweet haircut I ended up getting. Wendy says, am I packed for the UK? No, not yet. I'm packing tomorrow for the UK. But I have one book ready to take with me. This one was gifted to me by a fellow urbanist. I got a lot of books from fellow urbanists. There was another one who gave me Non-Discriminate Guide to London, which is all about the richest places in London. Thank you so much. I did not get a name for that one. And this one, it was almost 2 years back, so I forgot who exactly gave it to me. Do remind me. But I have many London books. I gotta bring maybe like 4 or 5 with me. But this is one of them. London's Strangest Tales. First London broadcast, official London broadcast, would be Thursday at 3 p.m. London time. Nabel says, I'm British. Awesome, Nabel. How can you eat at a time like this without me being there, says Noble Roman. I usually forget my wallet. Well, that's why, Noble Roman. If you forget your wallet often when hanging out with friends, they're not going to invite you. Donald says, have a great trip. Thank you so much, Donald. Can't wait to see your streams. Please don't start any riots, says Catherine. I'll do my best. Luckily, there's not that many food faux pas in England, except the scone order. So hopefully I won't go to Devonshire and mistakenly put the cream first. Or is it the jam? I don't know. So sorry to all the Cornish people out there at the never-ending war between the Devonshire and the Cornish style. Ron says, is there going to be a philosophical chat Friday? 3 p.m. Friday. Thursday, London, the Great Britain live videos would be Thursday through Sunday at 3 p.m. UK time. That's 10 a.m. Is that 10 a.m.? Yeah, that should be 10 a.m. New York time. Do confirm with me. All right. I finished the avocado toast. It was amazing. I do recommend it. I love the look of this place. It's wonderful. One more time, I want to show it to you. Which location are you at? I'll show it to you from the outside. I'm at 39th Street and 9th Avenue. 34th Street and 9th Avenue. So right here, look how beautiful the ambiance is. Avocado toast is all done. Should I get another stuff on the item? No. Sarah says, Devin is cream first. Thank you so much. Cornwall is jam first. Thank you so much. Now they did one thing, despite the cold brew not being like the most special one, it's good but very light. They did one really right thing. First, they served it very nicely, which is great, but they put a gigantic ice cube. This ice cube was much bigger when they first served it to me. It was a huge cube ice cube, which is well, not all ice cubes are actually cubes, so that's why a cube ice cube. But this one is good because it holds doesn't get too watery too quickly, which is very good. Because for already light cold brew, if it gets watery, it probably tastes almost like nothing. All right, everyone ready to go? Let me know. Laureen, thank you so much for putting Hawaii time, because we have quite a bit of Hawaiian viewers. So that's the time I'm going live in the UK. Thursdays through Sundays for a month and a half. Stay tuned. All right, let's go. Hey, thank you. Great avocado toast.
You're welcome, man. Thank you for coming in.
How long has this been open?
A few months.
A few months, okay. I can't believe I've never noticed. Yeah. I always work around here, so I'm always walking. Yeah, in this neighborhood. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I make live videos. I explore cities around the world. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Alright.
Urbanist Exploring Cities.
Urbanist Exploring Cities.
Yeah. And then I also do TikToks. So
I was going to say, you could be doing something because you're very good in front of the camera. You're just like,
oh, cool.
talking, like, yeah, it's great, man.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love trying avocado toast everywhere I go.
Okay.
Whatever country.
How did ours rate?
Yours is really good. I was very impressed. Yeah, I'm glad to see a good place in this neighborhood.
Thank you very much.
Now, yeah.
It's a hard dish to make exciting. Not that ours is that exciting.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get it wrong as well. So
Right.
a lot of times things look good on paper, then you have it, and you get it down. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
And the cafe is Australian, right?
Yeah,
Australian
well, we happen to be Australian ourselves.
Oh, cool.
But we don't market ourselves necessarily as Australian cafes. I feel like we don't want to bring people into that desperation, be like, oh, we're Australian, come sit with us.
And expecting Tim Tams.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just a cafe that has like a couple of Aussie photos.
Oh, cool. Also, man.
So you say you're in
Yeah.
do you live in New York?
Yeah, I'm based in New York. Yeah.
Monday to Friday at the moment.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully,
Not
it gets
weekends.
warmer or over the weekends.
Oh, interesting.
Neighborhoods be funny in the weekends.
Yeah.
They sort of speed down 34 to 32.
Right.
Pockets really wide. So, I mean, once it gets a bit warmer, you can have tables outside and have a bit of visitors.
Well, that's good. I hope you guys maybe put a bigger sign because I did not notice at all walking by.
We need to do that late time out there and put something serious.
Huge D outside. Avocado toast. Awesome. Ariel.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to jump on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button.
All right. Have a great day.
I'm watching you live.
Oh, you're watching it right now? Oh, nice. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that.
That's right, we're live. 289 watches. I saw that.
Yeah, indeed.
Appreciate you,
All right,
Ariel.
have a good day.
Catch you later, bro. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Okay, that was really cool place. Highly recommend it. The avocado toast was impeccable. Cold brew, as I mentioned, very light cold brew. If you want something very easy to go down for coffee. But the place is also very nondescript. It's not open on the weekends yet, but it might be opened up soon. So, In Common NYC. As I mentioned, the place looks very nondescript. It's easy to miss. I've missed it myself walking through. And I have an avocado dar that goes miles long, and I've missed this. But I'll show you the intersection. That guy was a legend, says Nick. Yeah, indeed he was, yeah. Peeps waving at us, yep. So right here, they've said that in the summer they might open up on the weekends, which is good news because this is a great place for, if you're a tourist, grabbing a nice brunch before you go out exploring. Right now we are on 34th Street and 9th Avenue. Hudson Yards is right there. Photo video store. After this video, if you're interested to see the largest photo video store in the world, I have an entire vlog inside there, tour. Right there, the famous Empire State Building. And right there, famous sirens that we all grow to love here in New York City. Oh, the soothing sounds of sirens. And the New Yorker sign, look at that. Okay, so usually we go to Hudson Yards. Many times we did that in December. Or we went a few times through Chelsea, down that way. That's downtown, that's southbound. Or we go Midtown. We go right in the heart of Midtown and usually go through Broadway. But today we're gonna go northbound on the west side of Hell's Kitchen. To see what's up. I've done this walk many times, but we're gonna see if there's anything different. And let's go. The name of the place is In Common Good. In Common Good. We're passing it by one more time. Right here we have a miniaturized sculpture of the three rhinos. Pat says, I saw the doctor yesterday. I'm on Kenter meds. Oh, Pat, hopefully you're feeling better. I'm glad you're still getting the care you need. In Common Good, one more time, before we continue off into Hell's Kitchen. Now, this is also a good location for breakfast because there's a lot of hotels here, a lot of hotels. This is a very popular place for hotels. Like this one. Oh, this is like the Lewis. This is like the condominiums. Danny, nice to see you here. Matt, the philosophical chat would be 3 p.m. on Friday. Catherine says, am I staying in a hotel? No. Only, I'm based in New York already. Only need for a hotel if it's super rainy, super snowy. I can always commute in the rain, but snow? No, I can't. Things shut down, and buses and trains shut down, which is quite annoying. So. By the way, episode 800 of Ariel's House Husting Show, says Ron. Ron, yeah, that's right. I'm about to cross. I'm like 10, 20 or so videos away from 800 videos. I made quite a lot of videos. Weather right now in New York City is 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. The wind right now is blowing at 5 miles per hour, and the humidity is right now 70%, way higher than it was previous few days. The snow seems so dirty, says Ross. Yeah, it is. MDN, nice to see you here. Robin says it's warm in NYC. It is, yeah. It feels like spring. Like I should whip out the shorts. So here we found Bob hanging out here. I invited him over to Avocado Toast, but he said that if he can bring over his 55 Bobettes. Can't bring 55 friends if I invite you for brunch. Hey, Manami, nice to see you here. We're at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, cold but no snow. Ocean says we've seen some adventures together. Indeed we have. We have adventured through New York City. So this is the entrance to the tunnel. Who wants to go and take a walk through the tunnel? Through the Lincoln Tunnel. Nice casual walk in the Lincoln Tunnel. Kathy says, where's Frank? He's nearby. Wendy says, I want to walk through the tunnel. It's a casual Wednesday walk through the Lincoln Tunnel. Dave, nice to see you here. Welcome. Still, my favorite is dinner in Italy, says Ocean. Oh, yeah. I mean, dinner in Italy, nothing can beat it. Hey, good morning, Lorraine. Kay, thank you so much for putting the PayPal. Appreciate you, Kay. PayPal.me/Ariel Vieira. Thank you, everyone who's been leaving contributions. Andrew says, let's go get some chili. Ooh. Where do you recommend the chili? Antonio says, great city. How about a casual walk through the Port Authority bus terminal? One of the best places in New York City, but Paul, today we must resist the temptation to walk through Port Authority bus terminal. We don't want to overwhelm this broadcast with the beauty that is the architecture of good old Port Authority. I mean, we're gonna walk past by it, but we can't look too closely at it. Crystal says, I love the way you talk. You're simply the best. Ooh, thank you so much. Let's check out the Lincoln Tunnel. What is the Lincoln Tunnel doing? What's happening here? Let's see. It's condominiums here. We do a 360 of the New Jersey Turnpike. That worked during the pandemic when there was no traffic, but it's not really fun anymore doing 360 videos of driving. Lots of coach buses here. I guess here they park before they embark to other parts of the US. Some curiosity about Hell's Kitchen, says Gabriela. Nope, just seeing what we could get curious about. You want to see? To mute, there was some reggaeton being played. Hey Barry, are you taking any trips? Yep. Next Thursday, 3 p.m. UK time. Tune in because there's going to be a live stream in the UK. All right. Lorraine, a contribution for your UK trip. Lorraine, thank you so much for either the stars or the PayPal. Can't tell which, but thank you so much for that contribution. I really do appreciate it. And Lorraine has been a frequent star sender / PayPaler for quite a while. So thank you so much, Lorraine. All right, let's see if we can cross over here. 500 stars. Thank you so much, Lorraine. You the best. Stars are worth double. Hey, Motion, nice to see you here. Right there is the Lincoln Tunnel. Or one of the roadways that are leaving the Lincoln Tunnel. Wow, Maureen left 1,000 stars. Thank you so much. $10, and Facebook is doubling it to $20. Thank you so much, Maureen, for the 1,000 stars. That's so kind of you. Awesome, everyone. Round of hearts to Maureen. The Pod Hotel, says Susie. It's nearby, Susie. Hey, Motion says thank you. My pleasure, Motion. Who would live apartments here viewing the Lincoln Tunnel all day and night? Let me know. Wendy says, here's some more stars. Putting star emojis on the YouTube chat. Paul says the entrance to me is either the saddest place or the most exciting place in New York City. Oh, interesting. I guess it's sad if you're leaving, and it's exciting if you're entering. Hudson Yards, got the Spiral, got all those huge buildings. Beyond the Matrix says the tunnel used to be packed with traffic all the time until the wee hours of the morning and very early on Sundays. Wow, that's intense. I did not realize that. All right, let's walk in there. Hey, Manolito says, how's the weather on September? It could be, weather in September could be very hot, up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So do bring either some type of light, one shorts at least. And everyone, we found the boots. Bob has been very, very busy. Very, very busy. Now, I love this view right over here. Something about this view is just gorgeous. I really do enjoy it. And apparently this is a ramp, but where does this lead? Sabine, thank you so much for the 200 stars. Metalhead, welcome. Ooh, I have never tried to... Uh-oh. Beyond the Matrix says run. With all the bobettes. Are you near the Yotel? Yes, we are near the Yotel. You're gonna see it soon. Right here, buses leaving Port Authority bus terminal. David says, getting Alfred Hitchcock vibes. Yeah. Yeah, with all those birds, oh yeah. George says, pigeon poop is good luck. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. It's a mark of good luck. Thank you. Ethan says, wow, that's dangerous. Oh, indeed it is, Ethan. Walking the city at any moment is danger. Danger lurks about in every direction in this city. Maybe the bird poop, the beams of scaffolding, maybe the high prices of a latte, or worse yet, slush. Danger lurks about in every direction. Do watch out. Catherine says, or a rat attack. Rat attack sounds like the band Rat-a-tat. Right there in the distance, we see the views, the beauty. Of Port Authority bus terminal. Okay. I mentioned danger in the cities. The cops were like, nope, don't tell anyone about the danger. I think we have the New Jersey governor because all these are New Jersey police. So here's a Yotel. I gotta put on a scarf. Kinsanity says it's for the funeral. Really? They were all New Jersey cops for some reason. I didn't know they were allowed to drive through here. So it is super warm outside. So when it's warm and spring has come, it's best to put on the scarf, just in case. And take a swig of water. Sandy says they came to show support. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So the yotel, I think, is similar to Japanese hotels, where they're like super small and very futuristic looking. The city seems super noisy today. It is indeed. So here's the yotel. Show the robotic luggage handler. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Good. All right. So that was the robotic luggage handler. This is the slowest revolving door in the world. I had to mute because there's some popular music playing. Manolito says, what's that? It's apparently a luggage handler. It's a huge robot arm that puts luggage into places. Okay, George has mentioned, don't be shy, leave a thumbs up, slam that like button like there's no tomorrow. Slam it right now. It's a great way to get more videos like this onto your own feed, and also for bringing these videos to people who could use New York City videos for various reasons. We have people who watch these videos because they can't really get out for various reasons. We have people who are very elderly, and we have people who have different types of mobility issues, and they can't explore as casually and as much as I can. So press slam that like button for people like that, people who are coming to New York City and want to learn about it, or people who want some company while they're working or doing some everyday life. They want some company on live video. So slam that like button for all those various reasons people tune in. How was the parade? I did not go to the Chinese New Year's parade. I even realized it was yesterday. So no, I didn't go. But I'm sure one of my colleagues covered it. Probably Action Kid probably went there. Maybe a few others. Someone said, can I go to US Intrepid? I have a full video tour of the Intrepid, the entire thing. I explored the entire thing on live video. After this video, go to Urbanist Intrepid and you'll find it. So we're on 10th Avenue and 43rd Street. Okay, thank you. A lot of these videos are no longer on Facebook, so do check them out on YouTube, Urbanist Exploring Cities. Okay, so this is the place I was curious about because there's a lot of these hotels all around here. So let's check them out. I've seen also a lot of Chinese hanging out here, so I think there's some like Chinese condominiums or suites. And there's a few other things around here. Antonio, where's the subway? So the nearest subway is 2 avenues down, 9th and then 8th. 8th Avenue, you'll find the ACE line. Gabriela says, is it a safe zone? Walking on 10th is very safe from 42nd and onward. Between 42nd and 34th Street, 10th Avenue is a bit more quieter, so it depends. After 10th Avenue, 11th and 12th is a lot more desolate, so I would exercise caution when walking through it late at night, but during the day I think you're fine. Sonia says this. Oh, you know, the subways, yes, there are some issues with the subway, but, and unfortunately there has been some tragic. Joe says, back in the 70s, I wouldn't walk in this area even during the day. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Okay, so I think there was a pie place here, which I'm very curious to check it out. Hey, Beyond the Matrix says, thank you for always showcasing the city with style and class. Thank you so much, Beyond the Matrix. I really do appreciate that $5 super chat. I'm glad I can bring some style and class to these live streams. So excited to show everyone Great Britain very soon. I'm traveling there next week, and I'll be showing you a bunch of cool stuff all around, so stay tuned. So thank you so much, Beyond the Matrix. Appreciate that. Scott says, yep, he's a great virtual tour guide. I love the older buildings here. So this area used to be filled with tenements, and these tenements were at first populated. Irish Americans came over here in droves, probably by the already the first and second generation. Here to Hell's Kitchen. The Irish Mafia was also based here in Hell's Kitchen. The Westies was one of the notorious mafia groups. And then you had Puerto Ricans come over here. And this is why, to this day, if you grow up in New York City, you'll meet a lot of Irish Ricans. Half Irish, half Puerto Rican. Because they grew up in the same neighborhoods for a few decades. And there was some that mixed. So I have friends I grew up with in high school that were Irish Ricans. So I found this pie shop, which I've never been. It's called the Little Pie Company. And I'm so curious. So let me know if you want to try the Little Pie Company. See what is it about. I don't think I've ever tried this. I think I was about to try it one day, but I didn't go in. They were re-renovating. I think they were re-renovating when I came. There was some reason I didn't walk in. But let me know if you want to see some pie. I love pie. Now, in Great Britain, we're not going to encounter too many sweet pies. It's more of an American thing. in Great Britain, we're going to encounter more savory pies. So I'm excited to try savory pies. Apparently here they also sell savory pies. So let me know. You want to try some pie before we continue walking through? All right, let's go inside. Hey, how's it going? So this was the scarf gifted to me by two amazing Scottish viewers, Susie and Gary. Thank you so much for gifting me this scarf. I have other pieces that are gifted to me by other urbanists. I have a rain jacket gifted to me by Paul. I haven't found use for it, but hurricane season does happen every year in New York from like August all the way to October. So who knows, maybe I'll use it for hurricane. Or whenever I explore again Maine, I would love to explore again. So thank you so much for the rain jacket. And also Kay, so kind of to give me a very warm wool hat, which I gotta use at some point. Thank you so much. Wendy says layer up, oh yeah. Real soon, authentic meat pie. Yeah, they do have a meat pie here. They have a chicken pot pie, but I'm not gonna try it out because I'm gonna wait for that moment in the UK. I'm gonna show you the best meat pies in the UK. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot of meat pie stops all around the UK. Marcin says very sweet lunch. I already had the avocado toast. but here we're gonna try a gigantic pie, which would be a little bit too much for me, but for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna order a huge gigantic pie for myself. Actually, the rain jacket might come in handy for England. It is like a gigantic, huge rain jacket, so I'm not gonna bring it with me in England Ocean. I'm gonna bring the other rain jacket I ended up getting from Uniqlo. It's a huge, Paul gifted me a huge full-size rain jacket. Wonderful, thank you so much. I appreciate it. These are huge.
I know.
I love it. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Hey, Sonia says, hey there, have a Boricua pie. I've never heard of a Boricua pie, unless if you're talking about pasteles or pastelillos. Here it is, everyone. Ooh, it smells good. Nothing is as American as apple pie. Wow. So we have a huge pie, very puffy pastry. I doubt it's going to be that stuffed with apples. Probably it's very puffed up, which is a lot awesome to hear. There's a little bit of like an egg wash on top, and some crystal sugar on top as well. Ida says, "What's inside the pie? What's inside the pie?" Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's do a dissection. Let's do a dissection. This is not the chicken pot pie though. No, I'm saving meat pies for Great Britain. So next week, I'm gonna go to a meat pie immediately. So stay tuned next week. I'll be saving the meat pies to Great Britain. And these sunglasses are actually kind of a little bit crooked. Okay. And they were so kind enough to bring a cup of water as well. Okay, let's do a dissection. Okay, everyone, I've been learning a little bit about Jack the Ripper because I know a lot of people are going to ask about that when they go to the UK. And I'm very tempted to maybe do 2 or 3 videos on it, short videos. Usually that's the topic I don't like to research. And now that I say the word dissection, it has a different meaning after doing that research, so yeah. So as I said, huge puff. Oh, it's trying to escape. Huge puff. Inside stuffed with apples. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It is a bit soggy, the bread, but it has a lot of layers. Let's see. No ice cream, says the waitress. They do have ice cream here, so yeah, you can have it a la mode. Yeah. I usually don't like ice cream much, unless if it's Murphy's ice cream from Ireland. But they have vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and pumpkin. Gabriella says only apples inside. Yep, this is a pure apple pie. No custard, no. It's hot. Joe says Jack the Ripper was in the royal family. Well, I might do a video just exactly about that theory. But stay tuned. Can you smell the cinnamon? I can. Oh yeah. Wow. So, ooh. It's not the crustiest of pies. The crust is super thin all around. This pie might seem like it's going to be overwhelming. Actually, it probably won't be overwhelming. I think for one person who's very hungry, it'll be just right. If you're not too hungry and this is like a dessert, then maybe split it with 2 people. But it's not very crusty. The crust is a bit soggy, but I like the huge amount of apples that they put in here. So it's very stuffed with apples. Stuffed with apples. Is it buttery? It is a bit buttery, not too buttery. This has a more of a homemade grandma style taste to it. So it has a more of a homemade grandma style taste to it. It doesn't taste like one of those like super high end bakeries. Like 420 Blackbirds in Brooklyn has a very kind of thick crust to it, very well layered. This kind of has a more of a kind of made on a beautiful Friday evening. You come back from home, hanging out with your grandma, and she takes out the pie and lets it cool out right by the window side as you're visiting her countryside cottage. And the dog is barking, trying to eat the pie, but the grandma is trying to shoo away the dog from eating the pie. And that's exactly how it tastes. Well. It's low on sugar as well. I was expecting this to be super sugary, but no sugar whatsoever. No sugar whatsoever. Or very little sugar. Obviously the apples have... Sorry, it's running away from me. Obviously the apples have some sugar. That's how you get that like kind of sauce. The kind of... I'm not sure what to call it. Let me know, anyone, the word when you have that kind of texture around the apples, caramelization. But it's pretty low. So this grandmother was diabetic. My heart goes out to people with that. Don't mean to make light of something like that, but she does not like too much sugar. This proverbial grandmother. Wow, this is easy to eat. It needs whipped cream, says George. Yeah. Is it the best? Not the best, but it's really good. Any cinnamon? Yeah, there's cinnamon in here. Oh yeah. Wow. George says, enjoy the pie without the dough. They have a full sugarless pie, though I'm very wary when encountering sugarless foods at a bakery that's not like vegan or gluten-free, because sometimes sugarless means artificial sugar. And artificial sugar personally gives me headaches. I don't like the taste of it. In my opinion, I don't like sugarless things with artificial sugar, but I do enjoy sugarless treats that are sweetened with raisins or dates. Those are delicious. There's a few places like that in New York City, but I'm not 100% sure if this sugarless pie that they also had was that. I need a vegan version of this pie. Murad, yeah, there's vegan pies in New York City. Well, there's vegan pastries in New York City. Go to Zoe's Bakery in Greenpoint. There's a few others. Sensa Bakery in Greenwich Village. And there is another one in Alphabet City, which I forgot the name. Starts with P. I forgot the name. But there's plenty of gluten-free pies. All right, everyone. I'm gonna continue walking around. Did they have cherry pie? They didn't have cherry pie. I was wanting a cherry pie. That was the thing I was eyeing the most. But they don't have a cherry pie. Okay, that was a great pie. Paul says without any sugar, GMOs, or animal products, it's not a pie. I think you can get the essence of a pie, vegan, gluten-free. It's hard to do, but there's been bakeries that have done it. All right. Murad is visiting in March. Oh, awesome, Murad. Murad is a mega urbanist. So Murad, thank you so much for being a mega urbanist. And I'm glad you're visiting in March. That's awesome to hear. All right, let's walk around. Have a great day. A 1985 little pie company located at 43rd Street between 9th and 10th. I do recommend it. Great. Fun pie. Right here. Will you do a Lunar New Year's live? Ida, Lunar New Year's was yesterday. So I don't think they're having any type of celebration. So if you want to try the best pie in all of New York City, 4 and 20 Blackbirds is my #1 recommendation. My second recommendation is Pete's Pie Company in the Lower East Side. 4 and 20 is in 2 neighborhoods. It's in Prospect Heights and Gowanus. Pete's Pie Company, #2, Lower East Side. And #3, I would say this one. This one is a very good #3 for pies. But if you can, go out to Brooklyn and have 4 and 20 Blackbirds. The pies are being delivered by FedEx. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a big pie company. That's why. George, thank you for letting us know. Okay, so we're gonna do a tour of the funeral home. Who wants to do a tour of a funeral home? Let us know. Fun stop on this adventure is a funeral home. A live video. What if I were to do that, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all genders? Let me know. What if one day, randomly in a live video, I literally have a funeral home tour? Like, it's set up, like I planned it with the people who own the place, and they give me a tour. Just random, but I won't tell you. I won't tell the urbanist public about it beforehand. It'll just be random in the video. Susie says I was so tuned in. Kathy says, now that's weird. It would be very weird. Catherine says, I was screaming fate. MDN says, it's better than an apartment tour. It's different from an apartment tour, that's for sure. Brian says it would be something different. Marianne says for Halloween, well, that's a good idea. Yeah, you do. All the... Yeah.
What's your name again?
Ariel.
Ariel.
What,
Yes.
what's her name? What's her name?
My name is Camacho Lores.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm an NYPD crossing guard.
What's her name again? NYPD?
I'm an NYPD crossing guard.
Oh, crossing girl. Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much for watching.
Finally got to see you.
That's awesome. Have a good day.
Yeah, bye.
So NYPD crossing guard. She's she or he. I'm sorry, I didn't quite couldn't tell, but they're crossing NYPD crossing guard. That's awesome. Joe says you need to do the funeral home tour when they're putting the makeup on the person. Yeah, that's perfect timing, Joe. That's right. Look at these mini balconies. I don't know why in New York they make the balconies so small, where you can just open up the door and just kind of just sand. Let me know if any architects are watching. Murad says we need a gender neutral pronoun. Yeah, in English we use they for many different reasons. Catherine says, I have goosebumps. Ooh, why is that, Catherine? Murad says there might be French balconies. Yeah. It's very common in New York to have these tiny little balconies. New condos over here as well. Now, I heard that condominiums on top of a department store like Target or a supermarket is terrible because there's constantly the trucks coming in the morning, offloading all the goods of that day. So I heard it's terrible. Marianne says they put a mini balcony just to charge more. Indeed. All right. Ooh, there's a film set. Let's check it out. There's a film being made. What film is being made? Let's check it out. Is it Law and Order? Oh, it's FBI. I haven't heard of the show FBI. It's shot today at 5 a.m. And
La Mesa, California.
wow, all the way in California.
He's telling me you're in Manhattan Plaza.
Oh, that's awesome.
How funny.
That's awesome. Do you enjoy living in this neighborhood?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to tell you all about it.
Oh, cool.
They're shooting. I'm a character actor, and they're shooting a movie.
Oh, cool. You're acting over here in FBI.
No, yeah, but I'm not in this episode.
Not in this episode. Okay.
No, but other ones, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd love to talk to you sometime, but I don't want to interrupt your
100%. Yeah.
live cast. But
What's your friend's name, by the way?
Tony.
Tony.
Tony Mondini in La Mesa, California, near San Diego.
Oh, cool. Shout out to Tony. And what's your name?
Oh, I'm Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll keep an eye out on FBI.
Keep an eye on you too.
Have a good day. That's awesome. So, Shout out to Frankie, who is a character actor on television, so he's appeared on FBI on a few episodes, it seems. So that's awesome. And shout out to his friend. That's awesome. Frankie and Tony. So let's see what it says here. FBI Season 4. Universal Television is currently production of the fourth season of the television show FBI and Law & Order creator Dick Wolf. Yeah. So they're shooting until 10 p.m. today. Oh, so they have all the locations here. Oh, very cool. Awesome. So right over here. It's great. That's awesome. Yeah.
Will you do a special on my friend's restaurant? I see you was eating at a restaurant.
Yeah. What's your friend's?
You missed it if you don't eat at Lolly's. It's right here in the corner.
What's the name?
Lolly's.
Lolly's.
Yeah, she's been in business for 40 years, but because of the pandemic,
Yeah.
the rent has gone up, and now the landlord's going to push her out.
Oh, very cool.
But I see you was eating at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Just step in and say hello real quick.
Lolly's.
Lolly's, right?
Okay, yeah. Now I'm very curious, yeah.
Yeah, she's been living for 40 years, and she's good. Wait.
I'm glad you're still on the job, even though.
Yeah, no, I'm off today, so I won't get in trouble.
No, I mean, I'm glad you're like watching the traffic.
Yeah, no, I've been watching, well, you know, it's automatic.
Okay. So we'll step in for a few seconds.
Thank you so much. Yes, you can see right here, the gold one.
Lolly, oh.
That's a gold from page, see? We could read it, but like.
Is she Dominican? Is it?
Dominican, yeah, Dominican.
Oh, very cool that they're selling Dominican
That's a gold
food.
from thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that there's some real Dominican food. Let me show the inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me put on the mask.
She doesn't mind.
Okay.
I forget your name again.
Ariel.
Ariel, that's right. Because there's another guy, Rob Matal, something like that.
Yeah, Dutch Moss.
I like you more.
That's awesome. Just put the volume down on your phone.
Sorry. Hola, Lali. Te traigo un amigo aquí que te va a poner el GoFund. That's a GoFund.
Buenas.
That's a GoFund.
Buenas.
Él está en YouTube en vivo ahora mismo.
Sí, estoy haciendo video vivo, sí.
Arialis.
Ariel.
Ariel se llama.
Sí, qué bien que hay comida buena dominicana aquí en el barrio. Oh, qué bien. Voy a probar un pastelillo, una empanada, sí, por favor.
Lali, tú estás viendo, ¿ves?
¡Oh, my God! ¡Qué bueno!
¿Cuánto tiempo estaba aquí?
Casi 40 años.
40 años, wow, 40 years. No, oh, ok, muchas gracias, lo agradezco. ¿De qué?
De carne.
De carne, ok, qué bien. Muchas gracias.
Ok,
Voy a
mira.
probarlo.
Ok.
All right. Empanada de carne, el pastelillo of wheat. Oh, riquísimo.
Sí, es bueno. La
Bien
comida
bueno.
aquí es muy buena.
Oh, qué bien.
Es fresca y es muy buena. Y es económica también.
De Colombia también, ¿no? Ok.
Económica.
Económica, sí,
Económica.
sí. Eso sí, es bien bueno.
Ajá.
Comida. ¿Y por qué tiene un GoFundMe?
Porque no podemos pagar la renta.
Sí, que se cobran exorbitantemente caro.
La renta cara y no es costume. La gente está que no.
Oh, sí, me imagino. Ah,
Bien difícil.
pues ojalá pueda seguir el negocio.
Estamos tratando.
Sí, me imagino.
Estamos tratando de hacer lo más que se pueda.
Déjame enseñar el nombre. Lali Restaurante. Y también tiene como qué comida sugiere a toda persona. So I'm going to translate everyone. This is a Dominican restaurant here, which unfortunately is being charged too much rent, and it's a little bit hard to find customers. Rice and beans, que bien.
Rice and beans, rice, chicken, baked chicken,
Oh,
yeah, ground beef,
it's a pollo guisado.
pollo
So,
al horno.
pollo al horno.
horno.
So chicken,
Baked chicken.
baked chicken. There we go.
Okay, ground beef,
Ground beef. Oh wow, looks so good.
hen stew,
Hen stew.
yes,
Oh, that's rare.
and beef stew.
Beef stew. Oh,
Okay.
that looks so good.
Steak, pepper steak with eggplant.
Pepper steak with eggplant. Oh, that looks very good as well.
Yeah, yellow rice.
And the yellow rice.
Yeah, bananas, salad, avocado.
Also plantains? Mofongo?
No, no tengo
No,
mofongo.
mofongo, okay.
Hacemos plátanos maduros, hacemos sopa de pollo, sancocho.
Sancocho, wow.
Ajá, sancocho y hacemos también mondongo.
Modongo, ok.
Y por la mañana tenemos 3 golpes, mangú con salami, queso y huevo,
Oh, qué bien. Oh, qué bien.
avena, de todo.
Oh, qué bien. Oh, perfecto.
Sí,
Wow.
sí.
Oh, qué bien.
Y aquí estamos.
Qué bien, gracias por enseñándome toda la
Seguro
comida.
que sí, seguro que sí.
Más seguro de eso uno de estos días, cuando tengo más hambre.
Cuando quieras, aquí estamos.
Lalis.
Ok.
And thank you again so much for
No
watching.
problem.
Que
Ok.
tenga un buen día y que tenga
Igual,
mucha suerte.
Gracias,
Sí.
gracias. Eso sí necesitamos, mucha suerte.
Check Lollies here in Hell's Kitchen. Tenga un buen día.
Gracias,
Hasta luego.
ok.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye. Hen stew. Yeah, she said hen stew. So this is Lollies restaurant. I'm glad. If anyone can remind me, the person who showed me the New York Crossing girl, thank you so much for showing me this place. I actually do appreciate it, that there is a real Dominican place here. There's a lot of small businesses that often are overlooked here in New York City. These are the prices. She was saying that it was very economical. That means it's very good prices, and that they've been in business for 40 years. But unfortunately, the rent is too high. So unfortunately, the rent has been too high, and they can't do it. She also makes, aside from the things that she showed us, she also makes sancocho, which is kind of like a gumbo, but made in Latin American countries, specifically from Colombia all the way to Puerto Rico and DR. And she also makes fried plantains, which is awesome. So yeah, huge variety of food. And pastelillo, which is what we call in Puerto Rico. I'm not sure if the Dominicans call it also pastelillo. This would be called empanada in other parts of Latin America. Is really good. Sonia says sancocho, that's pork. Do let me know what sancocho exactly is. It's like a gumbo style, right? Pork gumbo style. Really good. I love it's stuffed with meat, some potatoes. I love the crust. Now this is a very crusty pastelillo or empanadilla. It has different names, but it's very crusty empanadilla. Very crusty, which I really like. It's cooked to perfection, that crust. Wow, this is actually really good. Let me know if you want me to return to this place. I'm too full right now, but let me know if you want to see some Dominican food here in the middle of Hell's Kitchen. I'll come back and try a full bite. Catherine says, "Can I please have a bite? Begging you, I'm starving." Says, empanada de chorizo sounds good for breakfast. Yeah. That was really good. All right. Wow. That actually really was a great empanada. I think I translate almost everything she said. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. The rent is too high, so they're having a GoFundMe, which is so sad that the rent gets too high and they don't have enough business. As I mentioned, it's hard to visit these places. It's hard for these places to maintain and compete with huge chains. So actually, I'll tell you a little bit more. Let me cross the street. That was a fun little adventure. Ariel, come back to this place again. Yes, I think I will. Catherine says that was a great surprise and got us off the funeral home vibe. Yeah. Now we're gonna do a tour of a laundromat. All right, let's go into the laundromat. So it's great that these small businesses are running. It's hard for these small businesses to run because here in New York City, it is very high demand, of course, especially neighborhoods like these. We're right in the middle of Hell's Kitchen, only 2 blocks away from Times Square. It's a residential area where there's a lot of people paying very high amounts of rent. And with a lot of these storefronts, they rather try to get a very high-end, expensive company, a corporation that can rent it out but pay very high amounts of rent, then rent it out to a small business that can't pay those high amounts. So that's why sometimes you see a Starbucks replacing the local coffee shop, or a Taco Bell, or a Burger King. Well, maybe not Burger King too much anymore, but Taco Bell, Subway, Starbucks, a CVS, a Walgreens, a Chase Bank. They're replacing a lot of these places because they can pay gigantic amounts of rent. They have a huge corporate structure around that, but small businesses can't. And unfortunately, in many neighborhoods in New York City, Hell's Kitchen, Greenwich Village, it's more profitable for the landowner to wait for that corporate company to rent out their location than it is to rent it out to a small business for a lower price. And that's why you have a lot of empty storefronts in Greenwich Village, for example. Not so much here yet, but in Greenwich Village, that is the case. And that kind of sucks because you could say, well, this is a very competitive country. These places are just not competing. They're not selling enough. And I get it. Some places can indeed sell. They can indeed sell better. But when you see the only winners out there are massive corporate entities, is this so-called competition really serving us as people who live in the city, as visitors and tourists? Is it really serving us? Is it really serving the small business owners that love to make some good empanadas, like over here? Is it really serving those people? Because that's when competition goes array, and the only people who win out are massive corporate companies. So that is unfortunately the case with this location. I hope they do survive. So consider giving them a visit, and maybe other places that I myself overlook because I'm always mostly on the lookout for the fancy Instagrammable things. And sometimes I overlook those very small mom and pop shops that have been around for decades. Miss Lob says, how did Hell's Kitchen get its name? No one knows 100% for sure. There's no verified history about it, but one of the legends is that there was a new recruit for the NYPD that got moved up here. And he was very afraid on his first day, walking around with the sergeant, saying, oh my God, this place is hot. This place has a lot of crime. This place is like hell. And the sergeant went, hell's a mild climate. This is Hell's Kitchen. Telling the recruit basically, no, it's not hot like hell. It's hotter than hell, aka Hell's Kitchen. So that's where one of the legends come from. There's a few others. Hell is also a Dutch term, so it might come from the Dutch, because this used to be Dutch-owned colony. So hell, do let us know what hell means in Dutch for any Dutch viewers out there. And the kitchen part, no one really knows for sure. So there's a few other theories, but that's one of the main ones. Darina, ask a valid question. Are you afraid you might get poisoned in a small shop when you try food? Generally, you're okay in New York City. The health regulations are so high standard that it's rare that I hear people getting sick from food. Of course, it will happen. Food is always unpredictable. It can happen at any time. But I would say the chances go higher if you're eating seafood, or if you're eating food out in the streets, the chances are going to be higher. But generally, you'll be okay, I think, in most places in New York City. Catherine said, "Had a lot of cool surprises today." Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Has the snow melted, says Harry. Yep. For the most part, at least on the streets, the curb has a lot of snow still. Here's another hotel, Skyline Hotel. Oh, that's pretty far out. Murray, I don't answer questions about my personal life, so feel free to ask any questions about travel, history, or architecture. Anything travel related to those topics. Dongo says cold, rainy weather. Oh yeah. It's very gray out today. It was sunny before, but now it's gray.
Yo, nah, nigga, this is the second one in a row.
I stayed in the Skyline. My first visit to New York City, says Kay. Really, Kay? How was it? How was that? Now I'm very intrigued. How was the Skyline Hotel, Kay? Reggie says, you know that it's crazy. Some places in Philly and New York City look so much alike. I can imagine, yeah. I mean, these two cities grew around the same time and had similar urban planning. Mari says, you look so much like my friend's son. I lost touch with everyone. Oh no, Mari. No, those are not my parents. The people you're referring to. Ellie says, I would need a bodyguard moving around the city. It ain't that bad. And I love that there's still these old school barbershops around here. Oh, there's another one here. Wow, this is very old style barbershop. Fang says, I'm your dad, Ariel. Okay, Fang. When you're in London, you'll be able to use Downing Street for secret cake parties while Boris is off to the Ukraine, says Gary. I was hoping to, visit Boris at 10 Downing Street, have him give me a tour. Hopefully he doesn't go and travel. Oh, what is this? The Stella Tower. Kay says it wasn't too bad, it was clean. Well, it's good to hear. The Skyline Hotel. Beautiful Art Deco detailing here. Maury says, come to Riverdale, where all the good food is. Oh, the Bronx, Maury. Ah, that does sound good. Eyeball says, maybe I'll invite you to one of Boris's parties. Oh, I would love that. Dorino says, what is the influence of the huge skyscrapers on you? You know, when I go to smaller cities, especially when I started traveling, I was shocked at how kind of so growing up in a very dense city like New York, at first it was a little bit of a culture shock to go to places that were a lot less dense, and it felt way quieter than I was comfortable with. Paul says, visit Norwich when you're in England. We have a castle that has a shopping mall. Oh, cool. And below is a lovely cathedral and a place some called Elm Hill. Check it out on the interwebs. Ooh, I will. Sunshine, I love those brownstones. Me too. These are technically not brownstones, but they are nice. I know what you mean. These are always called tenement buildings. S. Bodie says, not sure Ariel knows about Partygate. I've heard a little bit about it. I gotta look into that. Omakase by Korami. Ooh, omakase. Omakase is like a multi-course sushi meal. Oh, there's a hidden bar on 50th Street. Huh. Okay, everyone. Let me know if you want to investigate the hidden bar on 50th Street for our final stop on this tour. I'm not sure if it's open at this time, but I can give it a try. So let me know. We're about 10-minute walk away, and that'll be our final stop for today. Stay tuned. Friday at 3 p.m. New York City time. I'll be doing a philosophical chat, Q&A first 15 minutes about anything urbanist related, and then philosophical chat where we discuss everything beyond travel and urbanist. And then I'll be going live Thursdays through Sundays 4 times a week at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. New York City time. MDN says a sushi tour would be nice, especially when you go to Tokyo. Yeah, I would love to. SVL says, everything okay? Yeah. I see you've had your pre-travel haircut, says Susie. Oh, indeed I did. Chicha says I should check out Pure Thai. Ooh, cool. That's awesome to hear. Not so hidden, says George, because Ron is always at the bar. Interesting. Wendy says, walk longer today, please. Today is coming to an end. But I'll be back for one more New York City broadcast. Saturday at 1 p.m. Stay tuned. I've wanted to see this play, the play that goes wrong. I heard it's very funny. They also have it in London. Marina says Ariel can't have a hairstyle like Boris when I go to London. No, that's not, that hairstyle is not for me. Sidewalk is like Naples. Yeah, I mean Naples is as dense as New York. It feels a little bit more cramped because the streets are smaller. Texas, what street are you on? The secret bar is on the 50th Street subway stop. So right now we're on 50th, heading towards the 1 train, which is where the bar is located. It was located on the 49th Street? No, 50th. 50th. Boris Kid has the same hair, says Catherine. That's funny. There's a theme bar here in SF called Whitehall. It's named after Jack the Ripper. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, that's interesting. Texas is following me on the map. Cool, Texas. I also have a pro tip for anyone who's looking for a cozy place to sit down. If you're wandering New York City in the brutal cold and your hotel's not nearby, it's a great hotel lobby that we're gonna approach before we approach the secret bar. Kathy says Negronis. Yeah. Expensive but good Mexican food. Doloche over here. So right now we're at 50th Street between 8th Avenue and 7th Avenue. Wendy says there hasn't been a bench test in ages. We haven't encountered too many new benches here in New York City, but stay tuned. In the UK, there'll be tons of bench tests. Ron says there's a team of hairstylists for Ariel every morning. Yes, indeed. I gotta show up my best for every live video. So pro tip, this is a hotel lobby, the Citizen M, which you can sit down and relax if it's a super cold day, rainy day, whatnot. You just want to take a breather. There's a cafe inside. You don't need to be a hotel guest. Just buy yourself a coffee or buy yourself a cocktail. They have pretty good price cocktails as well. Cocktails are actually pretty inexpensive for this area. It's about like $14. And it's a very ample space. So really great place to kind of sit down and relax. Citizen M. But let's check out if this secret cocktail bar is even open. Probably not. Probably opens at 4. I'll show you the location. So apparently there's a secret cocktail bar here. So here is 50th Street and Broadway. So sorry, I said mistakenly 7th Avenue. Broadway and 8th Avenue, we are in between. And right over here, down here. Is it this one? It should be one of these doors. So obviously it's gonna be closed at this time. So it's closed, I think, at this time. But it should be one of these doors, I think. Oh, is it this one? Oh yeah, it's this one. So yeah, right here is the secret bar. It is closed at this time. You don't really need reservations as far as I know because it's not that popular yet. There's another bar located in one of these train stops, subway stops, because the train is right over here. This is the second one to open up. This was the newest one, so apparently there's not a huge wait. So you don't need to really wait in line or reservations. Just walk in. I'm assuming they open at 5 p.m. most likely, or 7 p.m. And it's a secret bar over here. nondescript. They don't have any signs whatsoever, so you will tell. But it is this door that leads to a secret bar right over here in the subway. So don't go into the barbershop. Catherine says this is a stripper bar. No, it's a regular cocktail bar. It's a cocktail bar. Different from another type of bar. It's a cocktail bar. Lots of cocktails in there of all different sorts and kinds. Ludo says it's illegal. Yep, it's 100% legal establishment. It's not a illegal cocktail bar. Though those may exist. What? Hey.
What do you do? I can't believe I'm seeing you again.
I just showed the secret cocktail bar.
Where is it?
It's in the train entrance over here. 50th.
I didn't know that. I gotta tell my visitors when they come.
Yeah, just
down there.
it's down there. Yeah, I think it opens up at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Remember that.
It's true.
So yeah, it is a 100% legal bar. No, he happened to bump into me, it seems. It's a 100% legal bar. But there's a thing here in New York City where they do secret cocktail bars where there's no description in the front. It's meant to be secret. It's kind of a good kind of little ambiance of it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out that secret cocktail bar. I might check it out myself, see if it's actually worth it. And everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.